Hi, it's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and today I'm back with another review of Helpful or Not. And today we are going to do Dr. Joseph Mercola. So why Dr. Joseph Mercola and his books? So for those of you who don't know who Dr. Joseph Mercola is, he's a natural health advocate, and he's probably the pioneer in the field. He's got a website, he's done many interviews, podcasts, he's got books, blogs, articles, you name it, he's done it. And it's all in the name of natural health and healing, and he's a wealth of information. And so long story and short story on Dr. Joseph Mercola. Helpful or not, I am going to give a mixed review here. So it's going to be a yes and a no answer. So Dr. Mercola and his websites and all his articles have been instrumental in my healing. If you have any questions on particular ailments, diseases, foods, herbs, what causes it, what cures it, what helps it, anything like that, he has probably got an answer out there. If you look on his website or his blogs or interviews or whatever, he's definitely a wealth of information, and I would say it would benefit anyone to be able to go to his web pages and read them. He's also an advocate for natural healing, which I also align with very, very strongly, in the fact that a lot of medications are going to be doing you harm. They are putting you in danger. They are not safe. They do more harm than good, and it is best to let your body heal through natural means, lifestyle changes, foods, herbs, these kinds of things that your body is meant to deal with and meant to be able to handle, and let your body do the healing for itself using natural tools and natural lifestyles, and committing to a natural health lifestyle. So saying that, Dr. Mercola is absolutely 100% amazing and one of my heroes. Now, let's get specifically into these two books. Lately, Dr. Mercola has been striving for longevity, and he has also, some of his earlier stuff, and everybody evolves and changes, so this isn't just specific to Dr. Mercola, but to everybody in the natural health field. You will see the positions evolve and change over time, as any human beings and person in this field evolve and change over time. That's just natural. But lately, back it was a lot of plant-based diets, and recently it's been a lot of keto and high-fat diets, as well as fasting. And his latest book, which I have actually not read yet, except for following all his interviews on the subject, is on EMFs, and that will be a really super interesting read. However, I'm here to review these two books. One is Fat for Fuel and one is Ketofast, and recommend or not recommend these. And my answer for this is no. So why am I saying no? Because I did both of these programs. I read both of the books. I followed his Fat for Fuel diet. I also did his Ketofast program in the book. I did them both for over 90 days. And this is not my first foray into low carb diets, keto diets, and or fasting. So I've tried them in a number of different experiments as well, not just with Dr. Mercola. However, I was really excited when Fat for Fuel came out, because it was when everyone was switching over to sort of this became, it was trending. Everything that I was doing was high fat. I was trying to fix my brain. I was getting into ketosis, and Ketofast came along. I had been trying fasting, so I was really excited to do this. But no, the short answer is no, they did not heal me. Neither of these diets, neither of these programs, neither of these books, as much as I wanted them to, as much as I hoped they would, did not heal me. And that's not the reason why I'm not recommending them, though. So I will show them to you again. There we go, both of them there. Of course, I mean, you can try anything that you want, and anything is worth the try. But is it worth the time and money to try it? Is it worth the effort to try it? Maybe. But I believe that if you are chronically super, super ill, ketosis and fasting can do a lot more harm than good. So let me explain, because it has to me, and I just want to put this warning out there to anyone else who may be considering undergoing this. Now, as many of you know, I was seriously chronically ill, and at some points in my journey, ketosis did help my brain symptoms. They did help improve. When I couldn't talk or communicate by writing, when I wasn't able to express thoughts out as words, and my cognitive abilities were shot, ketosis did help. Ketosis did help to get me some of my function back. So I will say that in that regards, ketosis was definitely something to try. But saying that, ketosis and fasting has hurt me more than it's helped me. Meaning, it has set me back in many, it has set my nervous system back in many ways. So when you're dealing with a lot of symptoms, a plethora of symptoms that are hormonal, nervous system related to your nervous system firing, your central nervous system, your nerves, you know, as you know, a lot of that I dealt with, a lot of brain symptoms, but also a lot of nervous system and nerve pain, nerve firing, nerve tremor, shaking, like everything. And a lot of people recommend ketosis. It is the most strongly recommended diet for that. But I'm here to say, in all cases, it didn't heal me. In some cases, it did help me. So I'm just trying to get my video to just move a little closer to the camera here. Sorry. So in all cases, it did help me. So it is a confusing one for me. And also I love Dr. Joseph Mercola. However, I do think that the advice given is very narrow-minded in the fact that ketosis is great for everyone. You know, it can heal a lot of things. And the whole premise of it is that it works on autophagy. So a lot of the cells will die off that are sick or not working properly, and you'll be left with the healthier cells, which will make you healthier overall. So autophagy really is the form in keto and fasting that the healing is supposed to, you know, go through. Basically, the old, sick, and cells that aren't working properly will die off and be replaced by healthier ones. And in theory, I totally 100% agree with this, and I wanted it to be true so bad every time I tried it, and it just didn't do it. And to be honest, every time I broke fasting, or every time I broke from a keto diet and I added things in like a few carbs, bananas, some honey, whatever, I just said I've had it with this, and I always felt better. I felt more stable. I felt more centered. I felt more, some of my symptoms went away, in fact. And I think what happens is when you're already very, very ill and you have a lot of nervous system dysregulation as well as tons of symptoms, your body is in fight or flight, chronic fight or flight. And when you put your body into ketosis, your body is also in fight or flight, because it's mimicking a starvation diet. And even though we're giving it fuel, even though we're giving it a steady source of fat as fuel, your body and your central nervous system, which is very primitive, will still go in fight or flight and look around. Where's the food? Where's the carbs? Where's the carbs? Subconsciously, of course, this is all happening behind the scenes. However, it keeps you on high alert. It keeps your nervous system wired, and that is not a healing state. So I think that although it can be helpful in autophagy and to be doing at periodic times, I think as a sustained diet or program, it often falls short and leaves really sick people discouraged, hopeless, and also set back and feeling, how come I'm the exception to this rule? How come it didn't work for me? And I'm just here to say, you know, it's not working for you. If it's not working for you, don't push it. Don't try it. Don't strain your central nervous system. It's already under a lot of stress when you're chronically ill and you have chronic symptoms and they are plaguing you. You don't need to put your nervous system on high alert and in a more alert fight or flight state, which causes you less sleep. I find it caused me less sleep, which is not good for healing. And also it just causes more symptoms that can come if they're already fueled by a dysregulated nervous system. And what you want to be doing is getting into rest and repair mode. You want that parasympathetic nervous system to really kick up, and it doesn't really do that in keto. So when you start adding carbs back to your diet and you start giving yourself a steady source of fuel throughout the day, and we're not doing all this like prolonged fasting so that we see the benefits of autophagy, and we're just giving our body fuel like through the day, lots of different balance of carbs, protein, fat through the day, and letting our body know you're safe, you're okay, there's food coming, you're fine, there's nothing wrong, you're not starving. Your body really can then settle into more of that parasympathetic system, and it can start to heal. It can start to work on healing the system as well. It has a steady stream of fuel. It's getting all the vitamins and minerals and amino acids and phytonutrients that it needs, and we're not denying it a whole food group. We're not denying it, protein, and we're not denying it carbohydrates, which, although I see the benefit, and if you had a disease like diabetes, maybe if that's your thing and you have dysregulated blood sugar, maybe this is exactly the best thing for you. But when you have tons of symptoms and you're trying to heal the entire body from the inside out, I think personally, I'm not Dr. Joseph Mercola, and I don't have the wealth of information that he has, but I definitely have the experience, and I find that the body responds. And I think it can pull what it needs if you give it everything to choose from. As long as it's whole, natural, healing foods from the earth, and we're giving it a steady stream of fat and protein and carbs. And even though, you're not, if your issue is that you don't care about losing weight, if that's not your issue, then you don't really care about having carbohydrates. And sometimes you want those carbohydrates, you want that extra added blood sugar, you want the extra healing energy available to you, and you want your body to be able to mostly just slip into a relaxed mode and say, okay, I know the food is coming, I know all the different food groups are there, I'm not afraid. Now this is all subconsciously, but I'm not afraid I'm starving. I'm not going to keep you in fight or flight anymore. I'm gonna allow this steady stream of fuel to be provided to me so that I can take it, turn it into what it needs, and help you heal. So although I see the benefit of fasting and I see the benefit of keto, and both have helped me in their own right, and I will talk about that in separate videos, I would, if you're very, very sick, very, very, very sick with a chronic illness, I would recommend against 90 days or against 6 months of any or either of these diets at this point. I feel that they have done more harm than good to me, and they leave people with chronic illness overstressed, more fatigued, in fight or flight more often, with less energy and less healing energy and less sleep than is otherwise optimal when you are in serious jeopardy. So again, if you're trying to heal a particular brain fog, brain concussions, brain issues, it may be worth a try, but don't forget the brain and the nervous system are very strongly connected, and it's connected to your nerves, and that's firing of other symptoms. And so yes, worth a try, but no, it didn't heal me. So that's the short answer. So unfortunately, but I do recommend Dr. Joseph Mercola overall. I think his information is cutting edge in the natural health field, and so yes, go check out his information, read his sites, listen to his podcasts, listen to his interviews. You'll always find something that you want to try and investigate further, and you'll always find answers to something that you just can't find anywhere else. So yes, absolutely. But I wouldn't start with these diets. I might try them later, and I might only try them for a limited amount of time. And if they don't work after 90 days, I would move on. I wouldn't try to stick with it just because Dr. Mercola, who you trust and respect, says do it. I wouldn't say that it's right for you in all situations if you have a chronic illness. So I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you on the next helpful or not.